Spark and Seed proudly presents what it means to be Khmer, past, present, and beyond. When people think of Cambodia, they often picture the ancient architecture of Angkor Wat or hear the distinct sound of traditional pinpeat music. These images are widely recognized, but they only represent part of what it means to be Khmer. Khmer identity isn't just tied to landmarks or artistic traditions. It's found in daily language, family memories, and the ability of the people to adapt to change while holding on to what matters most. Khmer history has shaped the mindset of its people, from imperial power to colonization and from civil war to recovery. Each period has influenced how Khmer communities live, think, and relate to each other. These events haven't just left physical marks, they've shaped values and attitudes. Khmer culture often shows itself in small everyday things: a piece of carved wood, an old song, a bedtime story passed down through generations. These details reflect a culture that values meaning, beauty, and continuity. To understand where the Khmer identity begins, we must return to its source, the mighty Khmer Empire. From the 9th to the 15th century, this civilization carved its mark across Southeast Asia, not just in stone, but in governance, engineering, and cosmic belief. Angkor was more than a city. It was a vision of order, harmony, and divine purpose. The empire influenced the region politically and culturally, setting standards in leadership, infrastructure, and art. Its impact can still be seen today, not just in ruins, but in how people understand their past. The Khmer Empire was powerful for its time. Its influence wasn't just artistic. It had a strong economy, complex government, and military strength. It was respected by neighboring states. Eventually, like all empires, it declined. Trade patterns shifted, invasions occurred, and internal issues weakened it. The physical structures remain, but many were overtaken by nature. Still, people continue to connect with these sites as part of their cultural identity. Later, colonial rule changed Cambodia's borders and interrupted cultural continuity. The Khmer Rouge genocide brought further devastation. These experiences made many feel that Khmer history had been broken. But that history remains part of who people are today. Now, there is renewed interest in Khmer identity. Artists are incorporating traditional styles into modern work. Language is being taught and used more actively. Performers continue to practice and adapt classical dance. These efforts aren't about looking backward, they're about carrying things forward in a way that feels relevant. The music of the 1960s and 1970s, especially from artists like Sin Sisimut and Ross Siray Sothea, still resonates with many people. Their songs are sampled and reinterpreted today. This music is more than entertainment. It helps people stay connected to cultural memory. Revival brings questions. What does it mean to be Khmer today? Is it language, lineage, or lived experience? Some feel disconnected, raised in silence, speaking borrowed tongues. Others wonder if TikTok and tradition can coexist. These tensions aren't signs of loss, they're part of rediscovery. As more people reflect on what it means to be Khmer today, different views emerge. Some focus on language and heritage, while others think more about lived experience. There can be uncertainty, especially for those raised away from traditional culture, but these conversations are part of forming a modern identity. One consistent part of Khmer life is Buddhism. Through many changes, the religion has helped shape people's outlook. It teaches that strength doesn't always show itself through action. Sometimes it comes through stillness and reflection. Buddhist values like patience, humility, and acceptance have influenced how people respond to hardship. Many Khmer find comfort in these ideas, especially when dealing with personal or collective trauma. Spirituality in Khmer life isn't limited to temples. It includes everyday practices like offering food to ancestors or showing respect to natural places. It combines Buddhism with older beliefs and customs tied to place and memory. Khmer thinking tends to emphasize cause and effect. Karma isn't seen as punishment, but as the result of choices. This idea supports values like responsibility, empathy, and endurance. It shows up in daily life, in how people help one another, forgive, and stay grounded during hardship. The idea that everything changes is central to both Buddhism and Khmer experience. Kingdoms have fallen, communities have suffered, and families have been separated. But many people have found ways to continue without becoming bitter or hopeless. Khmer communities often focus on shared life. People rely on one another, celebrate together, and support each other in hard times. This sense of connection is not just cultural, it's practical and emotional. Traditional practices, religious observances, and creative expression continue to serve a purpose in Khmer life. They help people cope with pain, remember their past, and stay connected to each other. None of these traditions disappeared. They evolved. Today, many Khmer musicians experiment with old sounds and new genres. They continue the work of artists who came before, adding their own voice to a shared story. From the past to the present, the Khmer story hasn't stopped. It's changed, but it hasn't ended. Whether through memory, music, or daily rituals, people continue to define what it means to be Khmer on their own terms. Being a Khmer today means more than preserving history. It means deciding how to carry it, how to reshape it, and how to pass it on. In doing so, Khmer people remind the world that they haven't disappeared. They're still here, living, creating, and remembering. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe, and leave a comment or two. At Spark and Seed, igniting ideas, growing knowledge.